Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of See It Work, our show here at Princess Auto where you get to see the great products we have in our stores work here live in our studio for you. It's going to be another great episode. I'm here today once again with my good friend Mr. Derek Chalmers.
Dan, good to be here.
We are here, and today we're talking about something near and dear to my heart, heavy duty wagons and trailers.
Absolutely.
And when I say trailers, I mean carts. I don't mean trailers. I mean carts. They're pull carts. There's different variations. We got a lot of ground to cover today, and it's going to be exciting. Are you having a good week so far as well?
So far, so good.
Yeah, store's been good?
Busy.
Very busy.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. A lot of these things moving out?
Absolutely. This is the time of the year for them.
So what are we looking at here with this first cart?
Well, this is a Gorilla cart, steel powder coated, 1,400 pound capacity.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there
Sure.
quickly. 1,400 pound capacity.
Right.
Is that, for me, I'm just like, I can pull stuff in this.
That's
Can
right.
I pull up to 1,400 pounds? Is that what that means?
This will hold up to 1,400 pounds.
Okay.
And be able to move safely.
So 14 of me's can fit in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's accurate. That's an accurate number up my way.
Seems right.
Yeah, of course it is. And the powder coating, that's just protecting?
That's right. That's a baked on finish, so it's a lot more durable, weather resistant. So that's a nice feature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else do we have for features on this?
Well, we've got pneumatic tires. So they're on a pivot front axle, so it's easy to tow. The sides can come off. If you'll give me a hand, we can
Yeah, let's pop this off.
fold this down here.
You are seeing it work right now, folks. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Side comes right off.
Too easy. What is this?
That is a plastic liner. So if you're hauling firewood, you're going front to back, maybe over some concrete or some patio blocks, and you don't want to get a mess, you can put that down, bark, whatnot, won't drop down on it, so it keeps it cleaner.
And I guess you could also, if you really wanted, if you're hauling some heavier duty stuff and you're like, this plastic is not going to do it for me, you could just slide some plywood in there.
You could put plywood. A lot of people build boxes out of plywood or steel and do that kind of thing.
That's cool. Actually,
Yep.
I went online before the show because I knew we were doing this product. And I checked it out. This product, and I hope this is still true right now, it had 10 reviews on princessauto.com. All of them were 5 stars.
Absolutely. You know, we have very few issues with these carts. They're really well built.
Who would this cart be best suited for? Like, I can think in my head already a few things
Yep.
to use it for.
I see a lot of these go to construction companies, people with small acreages, greenhouses, inside warehouses. There's lots of room to move with these.
I never thought of that. My parents have a small kind of acreage kind of thing going on. Lots of wood hauling, lots
Yep.
of things going on. And they just have wheelbarrows, and that's about it.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely. Yeah, and something like this, you can tow this with an ATV or a lawn tractor, and it's quite simple. You can take the handle, pull the pin, spin it around, lock the pin back in, put a drop pin in it, and you're towing just like that.
You're towing
Yep.
right away. Does it come with, you got to buy the hitch attachment?
Nope, there is no hitch
There's
attachment.
right
Yeah,
there, just fold it down.
it's a drop pin, fold it down. Most lawn tractors have that, ATVs as well. And yeah, very easy to tow and very easy to pull.
So you say it's easy to tow, easy to pull, and I
Yep.
did pull it, and I haven't towed it, but I've pulled it. It
Yep.
is easy to pull. How easy is it to build?
Very easy to build. We have a build video, I believe.
Do we
could
have a build video?
cut to that.
Let's take a look at a build video. If we got
Yeah.
a build video, we can throw that on. We can just kind of walk through it.
Yeah.
But it does look easy to build. I mean,
It is very,
Oh,
you
here we
need
go.
very simple tools to build this. Takes just a little bit of time. Anybody can build it. Yep, so we put our pivot axle on. The drawbar goes on after that. Mount your 4 wheels. With some assistance, you can put the handle on, flip it over.
Now, this is
and
so
install
much
the
easier
sides.
than an instruction manual.
Yeah, it's quite simple to build.
Done.
Yep.
30 seconds.
That's right.
I could do that probably about 3 hours.
Sounds right.
that sounds right.
Sounds about right.
For me, perfect. All right, just to let you know, if you're just tuning in right now, welcome to See It Work. I'm Dan. This is Derek. We're looking at heavy-duty carts and wagons today. And as always, fire in a comment if you want to ask a question. We are here to answer your questions live. This next cart obviously looks a little bit different. Tell me about this cart.
So this is a little bit bigger capacity. It's a 1,500 pound capacity, and it's a poly tub, so it's weatherproof, corrosion resistant. You can add stakes, wooden stakes to the side of it to haul a taller or oddly shaped load. And this one does dump. So it's a little different than the first cart that was fixed, but this one does dump.
So are these in the poly here? So obviously
Yep.
poly is a great option if
Absolutely.
you're hauling gravel or dirt.
Yep.
way more attractive than the first one if that's your use. But so these holes are strictly just for wood?
Yep, they're called a stake pocket. You can put a piece of wood down in there and raise it up to whatever really suits your needs. Yep.
Could you make another level?
You could, absolutely. Yep.
Make a mega
2-tier. You could make a mega cart. Yeah.
I don't know why you do that, but you could if you wanted to. All right, so let's see it work. Let's see it work.
Sure. All right.
Let's watch it dump. Now, I wish we had something to dump. I want to sit in there, but that's unsafe. Look at that.
Yep. Drops right down. Cleans right out.
And it's full extension.
Full extension.
Everything will slide out.
Yep.
How hard is it going to be if I'm hauling, let's say, a quarter yard, a quarter down in there? That's pretty heavy.
It is. Now, the nice thing about it is it's got slightly taller tires than the first one, and the taller the tire makes it easier to go over land with. So that's one of the big benefits of having something that is more of a turf-style tire. Yep.
So there's a bit more clearance.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So this one as well, as you mentioned, this one can be towed.
That's right.
Seen some images up
Yep.
there. Those are nice. So what are some of the regulations around towing these things? Obviously, there's no license plate.
That's right. There's no lights. It's meant for off-highway use. And most of the time you're looking at something in the range of less than 10 miles an hour with an ATV, a lawn tractor, that kind of thing. It's meant to be used, in yardage, acreage. It could be hooked onto maybe an electric device inside of a plant. I know that we do have some plants here locally that use them.
But you are not going to attach this to your car to bring some wood to the cottage.
No, not this one.
not.
From the trailer to the cabin is ideal, but not on the vehicle.
All right, we got some questions coming in.
Sure.
Brian, I'm going to mispronounce the location, so I apologize already. Brian from Stewiacke, Nova Scotia, I apologize to the community out there. I don't know how to say that. Wants to know if we carry a model like the first cart that dumps and also has the sides that come down.
To my knowledge, we do not. Anything that dumps is typically going to have a solid, fixed bed on it. Yep.
So it doesn't necessarily need to be poly.
No,
But
but
it
it would
just needs to
be solid sides, full sides. Yeah.
So we got no slider out sides. Gotcha for the dumping one. I know I'm speaking really
Yep.
shit. Let's watch it dump one more time just so you can see the full extension. Let's put something in it. Here we go. Here, I'm hauling some firewood for my backyard fire pit. Wow.
Just
Dumps
that easy.
Dumps like a dream.
Dumps like a dream.
Dumps like a dream. All right, we got another question. Grant in Winnipeg would like to know, could an average size quad or ATV haul this at max capacity?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Something like this, even small lawn tractors, garden tractors would be able to haul this. You'd be, well suited to haul it with that range of vehicle. It's easily done.
Okay, finally, we have one more question before we keep rolling the segment. Mr. Weeb in Winnipeg wants to know which one is the most resistant to rust and corrosion.
This one right here.
would have
Yep,
to be
this
the
one would
winner.
be. Yep. The frame is powder coated as well, which is good for the corrosion aspect. But the cart itself with the poly, you can't beat that.
No.
Yeah.
And again, best end user for this one, kind of as we chatted about the last one, probably some of the small acreage.
That's right. Yep.
Like you said, too, going to the cottage, that's another.
That's right. We have some smaller versions of poly dump carts, 600-800 pound range, something like that. That would be more suited for someone in a residential area or with not a very big piece of property, a little bit of gardening they want to do, that kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice size too. All right, I believe we have another video about how this one's put together. So if we can go to that for the assembly. We have one more video. Got lots of videos. We have one more cart to show you, and this cart's the mother of all carts. But I think we have another assembly video. So
That's
Derek,
right.
walk us through that one.
Yeah,
I'll get this guy.
absolutely. So same thing applies. Basic bolts on. You're going to be bolting through the tub, so you might want to raise the tub off the ground a little bit to get the hardware in. Put your drop latch on it, the balance of the front frame. You're going to have a pivot axle that's going to go on, and it doesn't need to be very tight. It just needs to be snug because you want that bushing to be able to pivot and move around nice and easy. Put the wheels on, drop the cotter pins in, flip it over, install the handle, and that's it. It's 20 minutes tops.
It's so easy.
Very easy.
That's not 20 minutes for you, baby. All right, so this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We have one more cart to share with you today. This is the mother of all carts, I think, that we have at Princess Auto. Derek, would you agree?
I would absolutely agree. This is quite a machine.
It is, Matt. So tell us, this one is clearly not for someone with a small backyard property. You're going to need some space for this bad boy.
That's right. Yeah, no, this is quite a piece of equipment. I mean, you can do pretty much anything you need to do with this.
What's the poundage on this guy?
This is a 1,600 pound capacity,
Okay.
full powder coat on everything. It does have a dump gate at the back. It is completely mesh. The floor is mesh as well. So gravel, sand, soil, not really suited to this unless someone, again, wanted to build a box to put in there.
Yeah.
The sides and the front and the back gate all pop off, so you could do, towing some lumber, some sheet goods with it. The suspension on it is kind of an articulating style.
What does that mean, articulating?
Well, it's going to be
Were the other ones the same, or is this different?
Those are fixed. So,
Okay.
if you're going to go over a bump, you might feel it a little bit more. You'd want to slow down, obviously. This one would be able to take uneven terrain a little bit easier. Large turf tires on these, and they pivot. You can grease the axles on these. They have heavy-duty roller bearings in the wheels. They're suited to put to work.
So when we were watching the build video for the last cart, you had mentioned you don't want to tighten them too tight.
That's right.
And now I'm assuming that could be a problem that can span all three of these carts.
That's right.
You tighten it up too
Yeah.
much, and then what happens?
Yeah, well, I mean, ideally the castellated nuts that you have on this unit, you're going to tighten them, and then just until you get to the point of being too tight, and you'll feel that resistance in the tire when you're spinning the tire, you'll back that off just a little bit till the one of the spaces in the castle nut, you'll be able to drop the cotter pin down and to tighten it. You want a little bit of play. You don't want to have it too tight. That tightness creates heat and causes wear, and then you're just going to have parts break.
Yeah, I mean, for me anyways, when I'm building something, I'm just like, I got to crank this thing as tight
Yeah.
as possible so it doesn't come on.
Not always the case.
not-
If it's something that's fixed and not moving, that's ideal. But something that's going to pivot or roll or spin, you want that to have some free movement.
So number one question you get on this cart
Mm-hmm.
when it's in the store, I'm going to guess. So does everything come with this cart?
Everything does not come with the cart.
Can I get everything?
No, we kind of dress them up to give people the the what can it do.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it does come with both of the chainsaw holders that are mounted to the front. There's a tray on the front drawbar that can be used for jerry cans. We've got a sprayer on here. You could put a 12-volt battery on it. If you needed to take a small generator, you could put that on the front as well.
I really like these. Oh God!
You're right.
I really like these side clips.
Yeah.
I like these just.
Those are really nice.
Yeah.
Rakes, shovels. On this side, we've got a lawn trimmer. You can kind of deck it out to do whatever you like. You can strap all the way across it. The mesh is nice for hooking on eyelets, or you built your own kind of a rack for something really specific, specialized. Absolutely.
So one thing we have to chat about too before we get too further on is all these carts that you've seen today are all Gorilla carts.
That's right.
The brand name Gorilla cart.
Yep.
What can you tell us about that brand?
It's been a very good brand to Princess Auto. It's very well built. We have very few issues with them. I mean, the value you get for the cart is it's phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, they all look like they're solidly built. Like I said, like 10 5-star reviews. Those are spanning a couple of years. Like
That's right. Yep.
That's a testament to the strength of that product. So a couple more questions coming in. By the way, if you're just tuning in, I'm Dan. This is Derek. You're watching See It Work. Barry in Calgary wants to know some more about the dump cart. Can you add a leverage system to lift heavy loads, or do you just need to be strong?
If you're going to load something heavier, you could load slightly to the back of the unit. That would help in the dump. If you're doing it, you're towing something really heavy, it's always ideal to have your towing, the heavy weight right over the axle or in the midsection of it. But to dump, if you kind of shuffle the weight to the back, it should help in dumping. It's quite easy. The pivot's at the back, and that's how it's built. It's kind of intuitive to dump
Do we
easy.
have a larger poly?
We do not have a larger poly wagon. No.
That'll be your max up
That's right.
that size.
That's
Okay.
right.
And he'd also would like to know if you can add sides to the tub for bush and leaves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The poly one, easy with the stake side, but even with the open side one, you could do that as well. Yep.
We got another question. This is hot. This is a hot topic these
Yeah.
days. I think everyone's going to go and buy one right away. The tires. Can you buy? Kevin in Winnipeg would like to know. Can he get replacement tires?
Yeah, we can order replacement tires through the manufacturer. Absolutely. Yeah, we don't stock them, but we can order the parts in.
Okay.
Yep.
So we don't stock them. We can order them in for you. We do know where to get them from. Yeah, look at those beautiful tires. They're fantastic.
Yep. They roll really nice. They give you a little bit of give. If you find that you've got really heavy rock or really kind of an agitating surface, you could take a pound or two out of the tires to give yourself a little bit more suspension, if that makes sense.
I don't know if we talked about what is the max capacity on this unit?
This is 1,600 pounds, so
1,600 pounds.
it's just a little bit under a ton, 3/4 of a ton.
And once again, you can pull this behind any vehicle.
You can. This one, actually, I towed it over here from our store with my van just to make it a little bit easier. And
Very short drive.
Very short drive. Very short drive. Very slow, but
3 kilometers an hour.
it handled the, well, we're in the parking lot, so we have to do that, right?
Yeah.
It handled the speed bumps quite well. I did put a receiver, ball mount receiver for it. It comes with an attachment to mount one of these. Now, depending if you have a 1 7/8 ball or a 2-inch ball, you can get that at Princess Auto. It's quite easy to install, 2 bolts and a quick draw pin, and then you can flip it around and it can be back onto an ATV or a lawn tractor quite easily.
This one you don't really want to pull yourself, do you?
I mean, you could. It depends on what you've got in it. When it's not dressed, it's quite light. But I mean, yeah, you know, you'd probably want something to tow it with.
Yeah,
you're right.
definitely.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Definitely want to tow this thing.
Yeah.
I could just see the struggle right now.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got the 3 carts we've looked at today.
Mm-hmm.
We have an idea about the end user for each. If you had to throw out your pick of the 3 carts for what's Derek's pick, I would say if you're going to buy a cart, you're in the market for one that's just kind of there,
Yeah.
that you feel like you could use, but doesn't go too far. I know that doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, what are you asking?
What am I asking?
Yeah.
Which is the best cart in your mind?
Well, I mean, they all have different purposes. They all have different price points, obviously. But if you're looking to do a lot of work, and if you have the property that needs, you know, a large wagon to tow behind, this is the one for you. I mean, this is you can't go wrong with it. Yeah.
I'd say for me, Dan's pick, even though you didn't ask, thank you very much.
Sorry.
But I will. I like the poly one the best.
Okay.
I think that one. But like you said, if you're in a residential area,
That's right.
don't buy that.
It's a bit big.
It's
a bit
take up
big.
the whole parking
Yeah.
spot in your garage.
I mean, in the garage, in the shed. I mean, it's you know, seasonal storage can be a problem, but you know, we have smaller versions if someone's looking for them. Yep.
We had a request. Jenna from Winnipeg would like to see the sides come off this one.
Okay.
Can
The
we do
easiest
that?
one would probably be the front side, so we can work on that.
It is see it work. We do have to. I can't squeeze by.
Here, I'll pull it forward a bit.
Yeah, there we
There you go.
go. You know, I really do want to do some weed eating later.
So to get
Not really.
your tools off the side, you just pull that rubber strap up
Okay.
over the lip.
Oh, it's so easy.
It's quite easy. There you go. Put that off to the side. Yeah, you're gonna pull the drop pin out. Yeah. All right. It's a little tight because
Just
the weight
a
in
little
it.
tight.
Yep.
Which way does it? We're gonna
It
pull
would
straight
it
up?
would lift straight up. Yep.
I feel like does this back gate have to move a bit?
Yeah, it would actually. You're gonna have to pull the back gate off. Yeah, we'll have to pull the other pin.
Oh, see it work. Everyone's getting their value today. This is good. There we go. Back gate's got to come
Yeah.
off.
And we just have to
I'd
pull
like to
this
thank
stuff out.
Jenna for asking that question. I have to make her-
Did you make her angry at some point?
This thing was all decked out.
Yeah, it's all right.
And build it all again.
Yeah, we can pull that straight up.
Oh, we got to undo these ones probably, right? Is there? I gotta
Nope, that
slide it?
slides out. Yep. There you go.
There we go.
So that's off. So that's the dump. That's the dump gate that dumps on those pivots.
And now this
And this
one.
one should lift right up. Oh, let's pull the front off too. So the side can come off, but we're not going to pull it off
This is
today.
compelling. This is compelling viewing right now.
You got it?
I'm glad we want the sides off because we got that.
Okay.
Now the chain. How?
I will
Got
take
it.
the front off.
Chainsaws are locked in there, safe and sound.
Yep. There we are.
There we go. Done. Just gonna take a little break here. If you have any questions? Nothing yet. And now,
Yep. Lift your side. There you go.
side.
Your side has to go down just a little bit. There.
Put it all the way back in. It's tight. Somebody
is.
over tighten this.
Well, I put it together yesterday. It drops right
Oh,
in.
you put it together.
There we go. You want me to come on that side?
No, I think we're good. There we go. It's out.
It's out.
See it work. Look at that. There's the side of that wagon. And these are other things in there. A lot
That's
of
right.
great stuff.
There's a lot of
so
good stuff in
you
there.
can take the sides off. There you go.
Yep.
Pretty easy. We have one more question before we call it a day here. Once again, you've been watching See It Work. I'm Dan. This is Derek. We're from Princess Auto. come in and buy one of these heavy duty wagons or carts. Brian wants to know, does this cart dump as well, or is the poly cart the only one that's dumpable?
It can.
This one dumps,
It
right?
can dump. Again, you're not typically to be hauling, soil and sand that you'd be dumping. But if you had firewood, let's say, you could dump that. You just have to unhook it from the vehicle,
Yes.
and it's going to pivot back and dump. So, and then get your load out. It'll be easier to drop back down, rehook it up, and away you go.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, thank you again for this episode of See It Work. I'm Dan. This is Derek. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure in the comments if you have a product that we carry that you want to see it work, let us know and we'll do our best to get that feature on the show. But with that, I think we're going to say goodbye for now. Thanks again for tuning in.